Wow. This is the Special Project Standing Building Committee meeting of Monday, February 27th. Rich Special, Chairman, presiding. Rich, it's all yours.
Okay, thank you. Calling the meeting to order. It's exactly 5:16. We're still waiting for Al Kelly, but we have a quorum, so he can just go ahead, and when he joins us, he joins us. The next item is to approve the meeting minutes from January 30th. Everybody's had an opportunity to look at them, and if there's been no exceptions, I make a recommendation that we approve the minutes as submitted. Do we have a second or any comments?
I'll second. Rod.
Okay. Any additional comments about the meetings minutes? All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. I can't tell how many that was, but sounds like everybody that was present said aye. The next item is item 3. Consider and act upon the contractor for Sherman and Riverfield roof replacement projects. Ken, I'd like you to give us your review.
Rich. Yes, both projects, the Roger Sherman and Riverfield roof replacements, came in under budget, and both of them were won by Silktown Roofing of Manchester and Derby, Connecticut. Now, as you folks know, we've worked with Silktown in the past and had a positive working experience with them. And furthermore, I reached out to Steve Pumphrey of Silktown to review their bid forms and their bid packages, and everything checks out on our end, and we see no reason to move forward with Silktown for both the Roger Sherman roof replacement and Riverfield Elementary School roof replacement projects.
Do we have bid sheets on these two projects?
Yes,
yeah, they were sent to us.
They were?
Yeah.
Okay, I apologize, I missed it.
I just read them.
Yeah, the bid total for the Sherman project was $1,719,000, and our estimated total for that was $1,916,647. For the Riverfield, the low bid was $1,208,000, and our estimated cost for Riverfield was $1,565,110.
Ken, I had a couple of questions on the bids.
Sure.
Just check out
Sure.
First of all, on the schedule, will they be able to do both schools concurrently?
Yes, they informed me that they are equipped with manpower, materials, and ready to go on both projects to be done simultaneously this summer of 2023.
Okay. The only reason I ask is because their current work in progress seems significant. They've got almost $40 million of work in progress. A lot of it is completing, obviously, but there's about 3 or 4 schools in there that they will be doing, I assume, this summer also. So that was the reason for the question.
Silktown, sorry. I apologize.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, that's fine. On the bid alternates, there's a couple of deduct alternates you have on the Roger Sherman School. And I didn't understand the deduct, why you would want to deduct some roof work at roof A and roof F. Why would you want to deduct that?
We just wanted
I know,
to see
I know it was an exercise, but
Okay. We just wanted to see what the costs were for these two specific roof areas in case we came in over budget. Then we could easily value engineer these roof areas if need be. However, we had come in under budget for the entire roof area, so there's no need to exercise these deduct alternates.
great.
Yeah,
Great to hear
I
that.
noticed that the deduct alternate prices were all over the place as compared to the bids, which were, within a reasonable percentage of each other. So I'm glad to hear we're not planning on exercising any of those, because I think they'd have to be
Right.
looked at a lot more closely.
This is Sal
Again.
Morbido. We would only exercise that if we bumped up against the bid limit, the funding limit, like we did last year with Roger Ludlow Middle School. So we just built in a couple of relief valves in case we did run across that and had to go out and seek additional funding. We would be able to award the project to keep it moving along and have some time to worry about the shortages. But, thankfully, we're well within budget, so
Great.
no need to exercise those whatsoever.
Okay. And
Okay.
then the last question is back on Sherman. Again, hopefully it was just a matter of just keep staying under the threshold, the deduct for the 20-year warranty. Certainly, I would not want to exercise that alternate either.
That
Yeah,
is correct. That is simply for the state and their purposes, because they only reimburse for a 20-year warranty. However, if we wanted to go for the extended warranty, that delta amount is considered ineligible, and they like to see the hard numbers of those quote-unquote ineligible items rather than take it from a layman perspective and take 5% of the total bid amount as ineligible. We're actually showing them the hard numbers.
Okay, great. That's all I have. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other comments, Ken, that you care to make?
No, I think unless anybody has any further questions, I think I'm all set.
I just have one. Now, last year we had material purchasing issues. Are we going to run up against that again this year?
The general consensus I've gotten from multiple manufacturers is that this will not be a problem this year. They've all stockpiled enough of the materials, and even Silktown themselves had, from what I've heard, rented warehouses to fill with these materials. So I don't feel that there will be a problem with that. And also, we're early enough to where they could get their orders in, very early. And again, I don't foresee an issue with that.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody have anything else for Ken?
No, not at this time.
The only thing I would point out is that the nearest bidder on the Riverfield project was $180,000 higher, and on the Sherman was $140,000. So I guess we're getting the right prices.
Silktown, they took, I believe they really sharpened their pencils in order to
I noticed
continue
that, yeah.
our working relationship.
Yeah, well, we're happy to have them do that, and and they're good contractors as far as we're concerned to date. Anyhow, all right, that's it. I think on item 3. If we can move on to item 4, if Sal would care to comment about anything.
No, just our
Richard?
next Sal
Yes,
Morbido
I'm sorry.
here. We're in good position here. The next step will be to have the town attorney look at the AIA contracts that Silktown has drafted up for Silktown. That's pretty standard course, and we hope to get to next week's Board of Selectmen meeting so that those are approved, and then we can get Silktown 100% hired. The next item after that, just as an FYI, next year's projects, which are McKinley and Holland Hill, are already in design by Silver Petroselli. Funding for those will be sought in September so that we can file earlier, even earlier, so that we can get a decision from the state even earlier next year. And we are hopefully doing this around Christmas time or early New Year's time. So, less pressure to make sure that we get our roofs done at the best prices, and not have to worry about, like you said, is there a material problem this year? I worry about getting the best price, and we never seem to get right at the best time, which is around Christmas time for bidding. So, and that's my update.
So it sounds like we would be.
Yes, Jane.
Who puts together the contracts? You said the
Silver Petroselli.
Silktown.
Nope, Silver Petroselli did it from the bid award, and did the appropriate language on the AIA contract format. We turned those over to Adam and the town attorney, and we hope to get those put on next week's agenda.
Okay.
Next Monday's agenda for Board of Selectmen.
Just wanted to caution to have the two of them together like that, because I noticed on the big documents that the Riverfield document uses the term for Sherman. So something didn't get changed in the boilerplate. So just to be careful on the contract.
Okay.
If you look at the bid documents, the first page of Riverfield then references Sherman instead of Riverfield.
I thought we caught that one, but we looked for that.
On the one I got sent, that's what I saw. But I mean, I don't think it matters now, but just to be careful of that with the contracts.
Okay.
Just a quick question. This is Rod. Do we need to approve this or give our blessing in some respect?
Yeah. You selected the low bidder. Did you? There was a vote on that. Or was there?
No,
we didn't vote. We should vote.
No.
Okay. We should have a vote.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
I'm sure.
I'll make the motion that we accept the low bids submitted by Silktown for both the Sherman and Riverfield school roof replacement projects.
Oh, who's making that motion? Who made the motion?
Chuck.
Good.
Al
Okay.
is seconding.
Okay, Al has joined us. Okay, very good.
Hi, Al.
All right. Any further comments? All in favor? Aye.
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 All right, motion carries. It's unanimous. Okay. Moving on to item number 5. Adam, you have the invoices apparently, right?
Yes, I do.
So if you could review them with us.
Did we get those?
Yes.
They should have been in the backup, but I have the originals with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
The Silver Petrosellis. It's at the very end. The last 2 pages.
After.
Yeah, so if you go to the second updated email from Jen. It's like page 61, somewhere around page 60, 61.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
it starts at page 60.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And, okay, so let me just get these straight. So, I guess I'll go with the lower numbered invoice. So, we have one invoice. It's invoice number 22-0278, dated February 1st, for professional services through January 31st. It looks like this is for hazmat testing, for 100% of that for $8,900. We've looked through this, and from a purchasing perspective, it's good to go. I'm assuming with Ken on the line, if anyone has any questions, he'd be better prepared to answer than me.
Sal, what were they for? I can't recall. What was that work done for?
That work was
It's
done
just
for,
Sherman.
No, I know, but what?
I'm sorry, ask that again, please.
The hazmat, where was the occurrence, the item that needed?
We did hazmat testings at both roofs. I believe that they found something hot on Riverfield, not on Sherman, and it's built into the bids that we received for the work. So that was testing during design.
Was that for both roofs, though? Because it only references Sherman.
Hi, this is Ken. I believe it's for Sherman itself, and this is, again, as Sal mentioned, for the testing and the production of the specification and PCR documents for the state during their review.
Okay,
Yeah,
is there
for the
going to be
construction
hazmat?
documents phase.
What about Riverfield?
We did do similar testing for Riverfield, but materials were not found. But I do not see any billings for that right now, and that's probably because we had billed previously for the testing and not for the specification, as we did not need it.
Okay.
All right,
you.
I make a motion
so
to accept Silver Petroselli's invoice 22-0278, dated February 1st, 2023, for a total of $8,900.
Who's making that recommendation, please?
That's Rod. Sorry.
Rodney? Okay. I second it.
Okay.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay, motion carried. Is there another invoice? I think there is, right?
Yes, there's one more.
Right.
You ready for me?
Go ahead, Adam, yes.
All right, so the second one is invoice number 22-0280, February 1st, 2023, for Roger Sherman Roof, CA Services. This is 25% billing, $450 for the bid phase. That's really all I got. So yeah, the bid phase was $1,800 total. This is 25% at $450. And from my perspective, it's good to go.
Okay.
I'll
All
make
right.
the motion to accept invoice and pay invoice number 22-0280, dated February 1st, 2023, in the amount of $450 from Silver Petroselli and Associates.
Okay, I'll second that. All right. We have 2 seconds.
Al seconds it.
Okay, fine. Any further discussion?
Ken,
All in favor?
After the vote, I have a quick question.
Aye.
Aye.
Somebody have a question?
Yeah, just going forward, Ken, you may want to change the person you send the invoices to at Fairfield. It's no longer Gerald Foley.
I did just notice that, and we will certainly make the change to Adam's attention from here on out.
Right. You don't want to
they
offend
still
Adam.
get to me, but
You don't want to offend him. Come on.
I'm sure Gerald would love to still be involved, but
I'm sure he would also.
He's logged in on this phone call, by the way.
oh boy.
There you go.
He wants
All right.
to make sure we're not taking his name in vain.
All right, I think we got it right. Okay, so we had a second on all of this as well. So the motion is carried for that payment. And nothing further, we'll move on to old business, all right? Any old business?
I see, I just saw, sorry.
Go ahead, Shane.
I saw that, Adam, did you, it said as of February 21st that you've got the project accounting for, Ludlow? Well, okay. Oh, and the, design with Sherman and McKinley, okay. Did you have a chance to review that? Or was
So I
it
was
just
working on
reissued?
that.
Sorry?
I had, sorry, my dog is barking in the background. I apologize if you can hear that. I was working on this with Lee in my office, and she did a pretty thorough investigation, and everything should match up now. Did that not go out though?
Yeah,
I didn't know it was there. I just didn't have a chance to look at it against the other ones because I just saw that it was there with those invoices. I didn't realize those were on page 60-something. I didn't go through all 60 pages. I thought we were doing a bunch of boilerplate there. So I apologize.
No, it's okay. But yeah, everything, it should be caught up because we also found that there had been, we had to increase the PO for the payments that were approved at the last meeting. And so in doing all that, Lee and I really looked pretty closely at this. It should all match up now.
Okay. Thank you for getting that. And okay. So that's
If you see anything
so
wrong
that's
with it,
it on
let me
that,
know.
right? Nothing else should be coming out of that. Or Ken, was there perhaps? I'm not sure if we talked about last time that there was going to be perhaps something else coming from Silver Petroselli on that.
I'd have to check in with Dave Stein from our office. But just looking at it at a glance, the Ludlow one looks correct, and the what should we call it? The full one for all three projects: Sherman, McKinley, Ludlow. It seems correct at the moment, but again, I'd have to double check in with David in our office.
Yeah, it looks like seems like everything is at 100%, but I just wanted to know that that's the we don't need any more spreadsheets to be issued to the building committee. That's kind of what I want to know if this is going to be the final one.
I'd say probably yes for the Ludlow standalone one. Or Ludlow standing by itself, but yeah.
Well, the Sherman and McKinley, weren't those just for the design part? Won't they they'll have their own budgets for construction, right?
Oh yes, absolutely. Sherman and McKinley is in the design one with Holiday Hill, and it would be Sherman and Riverfield. Both having budgets, including their construction.
Oh yeah, that's right. Where's Riverfield then? Hang on.
Yeah, it looks like McKinley may have been mistakenly put in there for,
Instead of Riverfield. Yeah, I think
instead
that's
of
correct.
Riverfield.
That looks like a typo, yeah. That should be Riverfield instead of McKinley.
Yep. Yes. Yeah, it's mostly Roger Ludlow, but then it's the design for Sherman and
Sherman and-
Riverfield, not McKinley. McKinley had its
Correct.
own thing. Yeah, it says roof replacements, RLMS McKinley and Roger Sherman. Yeah, so that does need to get reissued, please.
And Adam, the final number, the available budget / contingency, 107,856.52, that's the current savings against the project? Or are there any more billings against 107?
Project balance, PO balance. Sorry, my computer is going all over the place. Oh my God.
That's why paper is still good.
I know. I had everything else in paper.
Yeah, and that goes all the way through. Like if you look up on the descriptions for Silva Petrocelli, what are those PO numbers? PO 2200-3012 talks about McKinley and not Riverfield.
Well, Riverfield, so McKinley is in design. I don't see the invoice right in front of me. But there is a PO for McKinley.
Okay.
McKinley Design is on the same bond that Roger Ludlow Roof Construction was on.
Okay. And where's Riverfield then?
Riverfield's on a different bond.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's correct.
That
So
explains it.
if it's for what is the it's for a percentage of design on McKinley?
I'm not looking at an invoice. I'm looking at the spreadsheet.
You're looking at the Roger Ludlow roof spreadsheet. Along with that is a purchase order
Roger
for
Sherman and McKinley.
Yes,
So that's correct.
that is correct. I thought you were talking about an invoice. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No.
The spreadsheet is correct.
We-
McKinley should be on the Roger Ludlow spreadsheet.
Okay. We had been led to believe
Okay.
previously.
All right.
that
I'm
it was
sorry.
Riverfield.
Yeah, my
Jane, you're
apologies
correct.
on that. On naming the McKinley, I wasn't aware of the bonding, but again, my apologies.
No. I just, this is the first time we had other projects, the design of other projects pushed in with the construction of this project, and I understand the purpose behind all of it, but I just want to make sure we're doing everything, keeping it straight.
Understood. Yeah.
Well, if we're confusing everybody, we're doing it right.
Yeah, you're doing a good job, Sal.
Yeah. No, we had been led to believe previously that all this was Sherman and McKinley and Riverfield, not McKinley, but now it's straightened out.
Okay, so then we're going to need to be getting, so how do we go from here? Like, moving forward, is that because, is Riverfield coming out of a different pot? Was that it, Sal, that you told us?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So moving forward, we have to get, the monies aren't approved yet, right? So there really isn't anything.
Yeah, it gets a little. It's going to be a little bit messy right now.
Okay.
There's a bond that has money for Roger Ludlow Middle School roof, and then McKinley's design. That's the spreadsheet you're looking at.
And Sherman.
And Sherman.
We have another funding, and you're right, and Sherman. and Sherman. I'm sorry, you were
Sherman
correct.
Design, right? Correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and
We
the other
have
one
new-
is going to be for what?
We have new funding for Riverfield,
Construction or design?
construction and design.
Okay.
So that'll be another spreadsheet for that. And
Okay.
then next year, there will be, or I should say, come this fall, there'll be another funding that will pay for Holland Hill and McKinley's, pay for Holland Hill's design, pay for Holland Hill's construction, and pay for McKinley's construction.
Got it. Sherman got left out there. Where's Sherman's construction?
I believe it's in the Roger Ludlow bond.
It's in this one?
I'll have to go back because
Okay. Yeah,
to
because that
make
means
sure-
that doesn't really make sense to me because we don't have
I'll
that
make-
money shown.
I will make up a matrix for on the bonds.
That would be really
and then-
helpful. Thank you, Sal.
No problem.
Then we can just refer to that.
So, back to the question, what's the 107,856 represent at the bottom of the spreadsheet for roof replacement project at Roger Ludlow Middle School?
So
That's
Sal,
valid.
this is Adam. Can we just move that over to Sherman and McKinley Design?
That'd be nice.
Sure would be.
Yeah, I don't have the spreadsheet in front of me, so.
Yeah, I don't think we can. We've asked that question in the past. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. I don't know where it goes, but
What we should do in the future is not necessarily tie it to the bond, but tie it to the project.
Right.
Because
Right.
in the
Right.
bond, there was a funding allocation. There was a funding allocation for Roger Ludlow. There was a funding allocation for McKinley and what it was for and all that. So we probably shouldn't mucky up a spreadsheet and just go by project, not funding.
well, but the spreadsheet's got to show the funding.
I mean, there could be a note, you have a $3.1 million bond. $3 million goes to Roger Ludlow Middle School roof. $100,000 goes to McKinley Design, or $50,000 goes to McKinley Design, and $50,000 goes to Sherman Design.
Right.
But the spreadsheet should be for the $3 million for the Roger Ludlow roof project. And then when we get to the McKinley roof project and we're doing a lot of work, we'll have its fundings on one sheet. Not funding, but allocations.
Allocation.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're understanding the distinction that I'm making there.
Yeah, no, I do understand the distinction. I just want to make sure, it's proper, that's all. Whatever way the spreadsheet needs to be done is fine. It's really just a method for us, I think, on a monthly basis, as we should
Right.
know where
And
we
you-
stand with our
when you-
projects and with our funding.
Right, and you want to understand that you're staying within the funding that's allotted to the project
Correct.
as you're running a project. That's why I'm saying it should be the funding allocation for the project as opposed to what the bond is.
That's fine with me. Whatever.
So,
I think that would probably help clarify.
Sal, what you could do is have a cover sheet that says bond, and then under the bond, $3,100,000, and under that, then you have the allocations.
Yep.
Roger Sherman, $3 million, and then attach that to the individual project spreadsheets. See what I'm saying? So you always know where your funding source is from and how much, and then it draws the individual project spreadsheets draw from that cover sheet.
Right.
Link
That sounds like a very clear way to do it, actually. So basically, the matrix that Sal's speaking of would be on the front,
Yes.
and then the individual projects would have
Right.
spreadsheets behind it.
Correct. And then if you wanted to get fancy, you could link the individual spreadsheets to the funding source on the front page.
Yeah.
Well,
Does
Adam
that sound
keeps the
doable, Adam?
spreadsheet. He can get it as
Yeah.
fancy as he wants.
That's what I was just going to say. Isn't this best worked out between Sal and Adam at this point? I mean,
Yeah, well,
You guys-
we'll consult each other on that.
Yes.
I would think so. And then you.
I know, but we
once
just want to ask for what we want to see. That's all.
Okay, fine. And then as once they have it together that way, then it can be reviewed by the committee.
That'd be great.
The mechanics of it have to be devised by these two guys. The way I see it.
It's only a suggestion.
Yep. All right. All right. Have we beat that to death yet, or what?
We can go another half
That's
hour.
all said enough, I think.
All right. Anything further on old business? All right. New business? Anything? Nothing. The only thing, just Carlos.
Yep.
Hello. Could you stay on with me for a minute at the end of the meeting here now?
I can.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to adjourn the meeting if that's okay with everybody.
Okay, I'm going to end the recording,
Well, I have a
which
motion
is
to
done
adjourn.
by... I lost the instruction. Hang on a second.
Richard, you want a motion to adjourn?
Yes, I'm just waiting for Sal to get ready for whatever verbiage he's got to.
No, I'm ready. Go
Oh,
ahead,
okay.
Jeff, your
All right,
motion to adjourn.
All right, make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
I'll
Yes.
second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right.
All right,
All
meeting's
right, good night,
adjourned.
everybody.